3 has a lot of different items in it. So page 3, we go ahead and I will give you the measurements to everything, and then you can cut your papers down for everything and then ink them. Okay, and sorry, I have all my papers everywhere. Okay, so this is my front, and for page 3, let's see here. And here is our slide out, our little insert, okay? And you are just going to take that out. Okay, and put that over to the side. And for page 3, your page is going to be 9 1/4 by 9 1/4, okay? And you are going to need 2 tags that are 4 by 6, okay? So you will need 2 tags that are 4 by 6. So you'll need 2 of those, okay? You will need 2 items that are 4 1/4 by 6 1/2, and you will score a 1/2 inch on your left hand side, okay? So you will need 2 of those, alright? So 2 of those. Then you are going to need 2 5 1/4 by 6, and you are going to score a 1/2 inch on your right and your left side, okay? So you'll need 2 of those. Then you are going to need, a piece that is 4 1/4 by 8 1/4, and you're going to score a 1/4 inch on the right and left side and on the bottom, okay? So 1/4 inch score on the bottom and right and left side. And then you will need another piece that is 3 5/8 by 7 7/8, okay? So that is for the front side of our book, okay, or for our page 3, okay? When you turn your page over, you are going to need a piece that is 5 by 10 1/4, and you will score a 1/2 inch on the bottom, and you will score a 1/2 inch on the right and left side, okay? Then you will need another piece that is 4 by 10 1/8, and then you will score a 1/2 inch on either side, on the right and left side. You will not score on the bottom, okay? Do not score on the bottom piece. Okay, so you will need those, and that is for the back. And then you will need a sheet that has a photo on it. I picked this one, okay, to go with this, because we're going to do that stair, that I call it like a stair image or whatever. I don't know what they usually call it, but that's what I call it. So when I took my image on my vintage book that I just did, and I went ahead and cut out the image, okay, and stuck part of it here, and then stuck the other part on top of that, okay, and so you will have part of your image here, okay, and then you will have the other part of your image. This pocket will fit inside of this pocket, and then you will have it like this, okay? So you will have a couple of little mats here, and then a couple of little mats here, okay? So it will go just like that. And then this up here, right here, because this is going to be covered, you don't need to cover this whole piece. We just need a piece that goes right along here. And that piece is going to be about 2 inches, okay? 2 by 9 1/8, All right, you don't need to cover the whole area. So you could just get a small piece of paper right here, and that's going to cover that right there. Okay, so that's what we're going to do with that piece. Okay, but we are going to work on the front piece of our, we're going to work on the front piece of this right now. Okay, so to work on the front piece, once you get all of your items cut out, you're going to cut out all of your pieces. Okay, and I've cut out all of my pieces. So this right here is going to be my piece I'm laying down right here. Okay, so that is going to be right there. And I need to ink all of my pieces and get everything cut out. So once you get everything cut out, okay, you are going to go ahead and put this piece, which is the 4 1/4 by 6 1/2, together with the 5 1/4 by 6 inch piece. Okay, this right here they're scored in a 1/2 inch. Okay, and you're going to put glue on this part or adhesive, whatever you want. You're not going to put this inside. Okay, make sure that stays out. You are going to glue this piece onto this piece. Okay, make sure that it's butt up against it, just like this. Okay, just like that. All right, and you want to make sure that's nice and burnished in. Then you're going to go ahead and grab this piece, make sure this is nice and burnished, and you're going to put glue on this here. Okay, and you're going to bring this over and you're going to glue that together. So that is nice and together. Okay, once you have these two finished, okay, there's that one, and then I've got this one. Okay, you're going to put that up against there, just like that. Okay. Just like that. Alrighty. And then you're going to bring this one in, and you're going to put glue right here. And you are going to lay that down. Okay, just like that. And now you have your little flaps here, and these are going to attach to the book. Okay, so that's what's going to attach to your book right here. Okay, I'm not sure why. So my paper's kind of getting freaky on me. Okay, so you are going to go ahead and lay these right here. Okay, so I actually it's going to lay like this. Okay, just like that. I'm not sure why I'm getting this little. I wonder if I put too much, maybe I put too much glue in there or something. I do not know. Okay, but you want this to open up just like this, okay? Because that's where your tags are going to go. Alright, and so I'm not going to put too much glue, but you're just going to put a little bit of glue right there. And you're just going to adhere that on right there. Okay. Yep, just like that. And I forgot to put it down. I forgot to put tape on the bottom part. So we got to do that. I knew I was forgetting something. I was like, that just don't look right. Not that your tag will go through there anyway, because it's gonna, but because it will have a little stopper on it. But let's go ahead and add. Go ahead and add a little bit of glue to the bottom part. If you have not put yours together, you can go ahead and add some tape right there. Okay, and I'm just going to put a little bit of glue right on the bottom end of that. Okay, and you don't want a whole lot of glue, just a tiny, tiny bit. Just one line will do ya. And that will glue that shut. Okay, so you will still have an opening in there. Okay, I don't know where my long and you can make sure that it, and test it and make sure that it goes all the way through, but it's pretty much glued. Okay. Okay. So those are going to be like that. Okay. And again, you're just going to go ahead and burnish those down. Make sure that they are glued on. Just like that. Alrighty. And then for our pocket, here's our tags. Okay, and these are going to go in here just like this. Okay, so your tags will fit in there just like that. Okay, and we're going to put some little ephemera on there, or stickers, to have a little pull out. This is going to go here. This right here is just a little flap, and again we're going to go ahead and tag this down, and that's going to go over, okay, on the other side. So see, I think these are off like that. Okay. So, but what I want to do is I want to go ahead and I want to punch my tags real quick. So I'm going to do my little corner punch. Okay, just like that. And then these will go in here just like this. Just like that. Those will flip over. Okay, and then we have our little pocket things over here. These, all of this goes with this here, I think. Okay. So, okay, so then this here, this goes on here like this. Okay. And then I think I must have not picked one out for this one here. I don't know why. I don't know where it went. Or maybe I didn't. Or maybe I didn't get one. I don't know. Okay. So here we're going to go ahead, and once you do your pocket, which is the 4 1/4 by 8 1/2, you are going to go ahead and you are going to snip off right here on that X. Okay, you are not going to push that down, or glue this down yet, because we need to glue this part on. This paper's away. We are just going to glue on this part. So you're going to go ahead and just put some glue here. And you can line up your other piece with here, just like that. Okay, and then you want to go ahead and put your glue right here. Okay, like I said, a really thin line. I know I got wonky there. And then you want to put a thin line down here. Okay, and just like that. And then just glue those two together, just like that. And then this is going to get attached like this. Okay, just like that. Okay, just like that. Okay, and then this will fold in, and then these will fold in like this. Okay, just like that. or you could fold it in like that, however you want to do it. And then we'll just put in some mats right through here. Now, if you wanted to put a magnet in here, you can. You would just, I would go ahead and put a magnet here on this one, so it kind of it closes in these, and maybe it'll stick down in through there. So we can go ahead and use a magnet, and I am actually going to just use a magnet from my stash. I have 2 magnets left that I want to save those magnets for something that we're doing for the cover. So I'm going to use some other magnets. So again, to put these magnets on, I'm going to go ahead and put one there. Okay, I'm going to put some glue on the back of one. Now I haven't tried to glue these ones down yet, but I'm hoping that it works. And I'm just putting it about a ½ inch down, right in the middle part. I'm going to put a dot of glue right in the middle of that one. I'm going to lift those back and just kind of press that in a bit. That way it leaves a little circle right there. I'll put some glue there. And try to, I guess it's not going to work, because they are really, really sticking on each other. So I'm going to put that there, and that there. And I'm just going to go around with the glue on this one. And we are going to let this dry for a sec. So while this dries, I'm going to go ahead and ink my pages and get those done. And then once I ink my pages and everything, I will be right back. Okay guys, so I'm inking all my stuff, and now I'm just going to go ahead and put everything down. Okay. Okay, so some of you might remember this die that I used on my last mini album, and this is the Ultimate Crafts die, and I absolutely love this die. There's so many uses for it, so I decided to go ahead and incorporate this die into as a little tab pulleys for this album as well. So I'm going to go ahead and just put a little bit of glue right here. Okay, and I'm just going to go ahead and tag or adhere this on, just like that. Okay, just like that. So it sits like this, and then I'm going to go ahead and grab this one, and I'm going to just adhere that on top of that. And I'm just lining it with some glue so it catches this way. Okay. And again, you can find this die over at JS and Hobbies and Crafts. It is a beautiful die. You will absolutely love this die. There is no question about it. So, right on the edge, like that. Just like that. And I'm just going to go ahead and grab my corner rounder. And in there, just like that. Like I said, I've been having some issues with my corner rounder. I don't know what the deal is. Alright, there's one. I'm just going to cut it by hand. I don't know what the deal is. Just like that. So then my picture will just fit underneath here, just like that. And no problems. So I'm just going to go ahead and put like a little decoration or something, some little stickers. So I'm just going to grab my sticker sheet. And I think I'm going to go ahead and put kind of like that. Let me trim this off here. So it will fit on there, just like that. And here. And put a little flower. There we go, just like that. So there is our tag, and again, you can add a piece of white cardstock on there. And that would be a 4x6, I believe. So we just need to cut that down. And I'm just going to trim one end. Now you don't have to ink your edges on these if you don't want to. Okay. I forgot to do it on these ones here. So I'm just going to leave this one plain as well. So, I actually went down about an 1/8 inch. So it's 4x6. So I just went at 3 7/8. 3 7/8 by 5 7/8 on this one. So I'm just going to go ahead put some glue around the perimeter. Again, you can use this for journaling as well. So if you wanted to do that or stick a picture on it, you can. And that will fit in there just like this. So we're all done with that one. Oops. Oh, there you go. So there you go. So that is all done. So now we just have this one to do. Okay. So I'm just going to use some other. So I think I'll use this one here. I like this one. So I'm just going to go ahead and move this out of the way. Okay. Since I'm working on that, I don't want to get it all sticky. And I'm just putting glue on the ends here. Oh, and I forgot to ink it, but I didn't ink the other one, so I'm not going to ink this one. Okay, just like that. Now I can trim that off. Okay. And then I'm going to go ahead and use one of these again. For this one, I think I'm going to use this one since it matches. I didn't know I did run out of that one. So, B. So again, I'm just putting some glue on here. Okay. I'll put some glue in here. I got this upside down. So I'm going to scoot it over just a tad. And just like that. Okay. And I'm just going to put another little bit here. And then I'm just going to fussy cut this out so it's my little corner rounder is not working right. Okay, and then I'm here. Okay, like that. So I'm going to put this on here. That. And then over here, I think I'm just going to add some holly. Just like that. And then on the back side, I will go ahead and cut another piece. And then work. Okay, so there we go. So we have two little pockets here, and then here I can do another little belly band. Okay, so then here, on this side here, all we have to do is go ahead and put some little mats here. And again, to make it picture friendly, I decided to go ahead and just do a little text spot here. And we're just going to go ahead and put some little tags. And then we need to make a little mat for here. Okay, and then we'll be done. So I'm going to go ahead and make some of those. Here we're just going to do a couple of 4x6 pictures mats for right here, and I think that's about it. So So I will be right back. Okay, guys, I'm back. So I know it's a bit dark, but everybody's sleeping, so I would go ahead and craft and to finish up page 3. Or I'm sorry, page 3. So now I went ahead and put in some of those little snowmen that we painted earlier. We put white gesso and then some stipples on them. And then I went ahead and added 3 little picture mats right here. And the little mat is 3 1/4 by 4 1/4. And then for the pictures, the white mats themselves are 3 1/8 by 4 1/8. And then you can put your picture right on top of that white mat. And then I went ahead and just added some of the stickers from the sticker sheet around. I added some more stars, and through here I added the December 25th, the little Santa carrying the bag of goodies. And I put joy here, merry and jolly. And so that's what I did there. So we are all done with this page. And we are moving on to the back of this page. Okay, and for the back of this page, again, we are using this sheet here for this, and we are going to do the little pockets. I call them, I don't know what they're called, but I call them like stair pockets, and because they're kind of like they go into each other, like so. Okay, and then for this part right here, you will only need a bit of this. So because this is a 12 by 12 sheet, you can go ahead and cut it however you want. You want this part, and you take a look at this part and then this part, or I start from the bottom, so that's how I'm measuring mine. So I will start from here and measure the 5 inches, and I will measure from here to there. Okay. And the Christmas will fit all the way across. Okay. And I will probably cut it at about 4 7/8. I don't want to cut off that "and" part because we want this whole part right here. And I might go ahead and then cut at the 5 or 4 7/8, and then go ahead. Sorry guys, I'm losing my voice. Go ahead and bring this pocket over, and then cut right on that part there. Okay, so it'll cut off a little bit of my M, but not much. Okay, so and then this part right here will go on top. So you could actually mark that if you wanted to. So just take your pencil, mark where your pocket stops, right there, and then you could go ahead and cut that right there. And then you know that's where you need to cut this part, and you can stick that part right down there, which is about 2 inches, I believe. Not 3 inches. It's a little over 3 inches. Oh, no. It's like 3 1/4 inches. Okay, so that's how we're going to do that. So I'm going to go ahead and finish this up tomorrow, and then I will be right back. Hi guys. Okay, so back on page 3, I went ahead and cut out my papers. Okay, and I went ahead and glued and adhered them down to my little pockets, okay? I went ahead and glued this piece down here. This was the 12 by 12 sheet of paper that we cut down. And then now I just wanted to show you how I'm going to put this together. So it is an image of the little Santa Claus. So this is actually going to be the 9¼ inch sheet. Okay, I mean, it's going to be the image and your pockets are all going to measure about 9¼ inch, right? The same size as your page here. Okay, so we went ahead and made this pocket, and I'm going to go ahead and add some glue to this. Okay, and we're going to go ahead and lay this part down first. And the reason why is because we want to make sure that the Santa part, the face and the body part, shows above this piece the way that it should. So we're just going to glue this piece down. Okay. And go ahead and just make sure that it's really burnished in there. Grab a little wipey here. Okay. And I'm just pressing this down, making sure it's burnished in really good. Okay. Just like that. Okay. Then you're going to get your other piece, okay? And once this is in there, you're going to slide this underneath, okay? And it's going to fit right in there, just like this. Okay, you don't want it all the way down because then it won't make sense. So, I mean, if you slide your pocket all the way down inside, let's see here, hold on, it's sticking on something. Just need to burnish that down a little bit more. There we go. Okay, so what you want, see how I just put it in there just a little bit? So you don't want it all the way down, otherwise he looks like really short. So you just want him a little bit up, just a little tad, just like that. Okay. And I know that, you don't want it. You can go ahead and just kind of put it like evenly with it. Okay. Just like that. All right. And then there you go. So, so we're going to go ahead and lay this part down. Okay. And it's a little bit crooked. Have a little bit on this side more than showing than what I wanted. That is okay. We can go ahead and put something there to cover that up. There's always ways to fix things. So I think I slid this pocket over a little bit more, so it's kind of not on this edge here, but that's okay. We can add something here. So okay. So I'm going to go ahead and glue this down. Just going to go ahead and put some glue on here real quick. And I'm going to open my pocket up. I'm going to slide this piece in here. And then, whoop, wrong area, wrong side. And I'm going to slide this one under here. Just like that. Okay. And I'm just going to pull up a little bit until I see this belt come above that area. Okay. Oops. Slid it all the way out. Just like that. Then once I get it to where I want it, I'm going to go ahead and burnish it in. No, this side came out again. I'm just going to grab my little scraper here. Scrape that down. I just want to make sure it's even on this side. Okay, and there is our little scene. So, okay, so for this here, because I have a little bit of my pocket showing right there, I can ink this up. Okay, I can ink this up a little bit more. And I can also put just a little strip of something there. So you can pick out a piece of pattern paper or, you know, whatever you would like. And I think I'm going to go with, try to get one of those hollies. I really like this holly paper. It's probably one of my favorites. And I'm just going to cut about, let's go ahead and do, we could do about a 1/2 inch on this. Okay. And, alright, so we'll do a 1/2 inch on this one. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut this at a 1/2 inch. Alright, oh, let's go ahead and cut it at 9 1/4. We can actually go ahead and just gauge that. We can go ahead and put it on there and then just trim it off. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and just trim this. I'm just going to ink the sides here real quick. Alrighty, okay. So I'm going to go ahead and glue that right there, just like that. Okay, and I'm just going to put glue on this side. And I'm just going to put glue like right along the edge. Okay. Just right along the edge. And just burnish that down. And I'm just scooting that over to the edge. Okay, you can turn it over and then just trim that off. Okay. Alrighty, and there you go. And then if you wanted to, you could always get your X-Acto knife and you can trim along this edge right here for your pocket. Okay, just so it opens up a little bit. And there you go. So that way it opens up just a little bit. And now your tags and or your mats will go inside of here. So for your tags and your mats, you can go ahead and figure out, you know, which ones you want to use and all of that. I'm not quite sure if, I don't remember if I made any for these. So, but I do have some large mats here. Okay. And these, I believe, are 4 by 6. So they're like 4 1/4 by 6. And, you can put, them up here. So I just did 2. And of course you can do big ones, small ones, however many you want. And I will do that on when I go through my book and add some final touches. Okay. And so now we're done with page 3, you guys. So how awesome is that? So we are done with page 3. Look at how cute that looks. I absolutely love that, you guys. Looks so stinking cute. So I'm like really happy with it. And so on to page 4, you guys. So for page 4, I am going to go ahead and cut everything out, and then I will be right back.